So what's good, y'all? We back with another video, and we're here talking about the Brooklyn Nets once again. Once again, the Nets are back in the news. They are front page. They are in front of everybody. They are the most interesting thing going on in the NBA right now because they made the big coaching change already. 7 games into the season, 2-5. Disappointing, I understand. And it's not like Steve Nash was a great coach. He wasn't even a good coach, to be honest, but it happened so quick. It happened so fast. The Nets are literally the biggest drama show in the NBA. And it's been like that ever since they signed Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And it just continues to get like that. And you know what's funny? Is even with the coaching change, they just brung in some more drama. Because they went out there and they hired Ime Udoka, former assistant coach of the Brooklyn Nets, former head coach of the Boston Celtics last season, a big reason why the Celtics were in the finals. But here's the thing. It's just, this is the most Nets move if I've ever seen one. You just continue to have the drama flow. Now, don't get me wrong, Ime Udoka is a great coach. But it's just funny how drama just continues to flow throughout that organization. And here's the thing. I'm not here to kill the vibe at all. I'm not here to kill the vibe. Like I said earlier, he's a great coach. But I don't really this team still isn't very good. At best right now, they look like they're a 6th, 5th seed. At worst, they're a play-in team. And I'm gonna back off my statement on the standings because right now this team it don't look good. Unless they make some changes, then they can hop into the top 4 in the conference. But right now, the way this team looks, I don't know. I have a lot of concerns. And here's the thing for me. I think this is it. If Ime Udoka can't make the big change for this Nets team or can't help make a big change for this Nets team, just blow it all up. Just blow it all up. There's drama every season. Kevin Durant already requested a trade earlier in the offseason. Kyrie Irving, we don't know what's wrong with him. We got to see. I don't know. This team is so weird. And this is not even on the court. And now on the court, the team isn't even that good. When you read the stats, they're 28th in opponent points per game, 30th in defensive rating. They're arguably the worst defensive team in basketball. Not to mention, you got Ben Simmons. He's got his own problems. This team's a mess. It's more than Steve Nash. Don't get me wrong, Steve Nash wasn't helping the cause, but it's more than Steve Nash. The team can't really score that much outside of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I feel like them dudes account for 99% of their points, it feels like. And down the stretch of games, you have to go to them. And teams know that. Because who on the court is going to score? Who on the court is looking to score? Royce O'Neal, probably going to get an open catch and shoot 3. That's a positive because they're doubling Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. Ben Simmons don't want to look at the rim. Nick Claxton can't shoot. He's just good around the basket. And to be honest, he's been kind of a positive for this Nets team so far. But yeah, it's just weird because they won last game against Indiana after losing to Indiana the game before in a pretty disappointing loss. And to be honest, they weren't even impressive in their win. They weren't. They started off hot. They went up by 24 points. They let the Pacers come back. Then they went up 19. Then they let the Pacers come back, and at one point it was 100-100 in the fourth quarter. This team is not that good. It's not. Ime Udoka can make some changes, but mind you, in Boston, he had the right personnel to succeed. That team had good defensive players, good offensive players. It was the right fit. On this Nets team, I don't know anybody that plays defense on this Nets team. Kevin Durant ain't really playing defense like that right now so far this season. Ben Simmons is a great defender. So hopefully, maybe he can improve it a little bit. But one guy isn't going to change much on the defensive end. The bench for this Nets team isn't that great either. Yeah, you got your little nice players on this bench, but it's not like it's nothing crazy. Steph Curry and Joe Harris in and out of the lineup every 2 seconds, it feels like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this Nets team. Me personally, I think at a certain point during this season, they're going to need to make a trade and try to improve this team, especially on the glass. and especially on the defensive end. And maybe they might have to go after another score. I don't know. One of those three things, they got to do something. Because keeping this team the way it is, they're just mediocre. That's what they are. They're a mediocre basketball team. And I'm not budging for it. I'm not budging over the Udoka hype right now. I'm not feeling it because this team on the floor isn't even that good. Now, if Udoka comes in there and this team becomes all of a sudden just this inspired basketball team and they're winning almost every single night, it feels like, then I'm wrong. But as of right now, the Nets have not given me nothing that I can be like, all right, this team is going to improve. They look the same. Even when they won last night, there was a lot of negatives. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I think some Nets fans can agree a little bit. But there were a lot of Nets fans getting on Steve Nash, and I get it. Steve Nash wasn't great, but you got to think, it got to be hard to coach this team. There's so many personalities, and you got Ben Simmons. He thinks he's that guy. He ain't that guy. You got Kyrie. He's in his own little world right now. You got Kevin Durant, who, to be honest, he's actually probably the most normal out of the three, even though he just requested a trade. But I understand why he did, so I'm not going to blame him. But yeah, I got to see a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And then I'll be like, all right, this team is heading on the right path. But you know what? If I had to say one positive, the hiring of Ime Udoka is a great one. But as for the roster and the way this team is playing, I'm just, I'm not getting too excited if I'm a Nets fan. I'll be like, all right, we got to see it. Prove it to me. If I'm a Nets fan, you got to prove it to me that this team can turn it around, because I ain't been that impressed. I've been watching Nets games. I've been watching some Nets games this year, and they haven't impressed me that much. So we'll see what happens with this squad later on throughout the year. It's going to be obviously an interesting season for the Nets, because it always is. And more videos will be coming for the Brooklyn Nets throughout the year, so look out for that. This has been a checkup where we talk hoops and hoops only, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.